If I had to start investing in ETFs in South Africa today, this is the exact 5-step system that I'd follow, step by step. Let's be honest, do you think investing is for rich people, or are you just scared that you choose wrong? Don't stress, I got you. Today, I'm giving you the ultimate beginner roadmap to start ETFs without fees, without sales penalties, and without panic selling. So you build a property pot that becomes deposit money, and deposit money buys assets. I will break it into 5 parts. What to do first, what to avoid, fees and rules, staying invested, and simple maintenance on autopilot. Most people don't lose to the market, they lose to a bad setup. And part 3 is where most people get cooked quietly. By the way, I'm Ekow, ex-investment banker turned legacy builder. I test real money systems so your cash funds your property pot, not bank profits. Let's build the system from zero. Part 1. First, what an ETF actually is. An ETF is basically a basket of investment you buy like a share. One click, you own a slice of many things. Most ETFs track an index, meaning they follow a group, like a bundle of top companies or bonds, so you are not guessing one winner. Here's the twist. Beginners think investing is picking the next apple, but an ETF says, nah. If this is already saving you money, hit like so YouTube pushes to more people who need it. Now, before buying anything, you must pick your container because the container changes the rule. In South Africa, you just don't buy ETFs. You buy them inside the container, TFSA or a normal investment account. TFSA is a tax-free growth within rules. Taxable accounts do not have TFSA caps, but normal taxes apply, so the container does not affect how much you keep. And here's the twist. TFSA sounds like a cheat code until you treat it like a savings account and withdraw like it's casual. Pro warning, TFSA is not put money in and withdraw whenever. Withdrawals can't be replaced. Now let's actually start. And I'm warning you, the first step is actually where people overthink themselves into staying broke. Step 1, pick TFSA or taxable. Step 2, open the account. Yes, you do KYC, ID, proof of address, bank details, annoying but once. Step 3, deposit your first amount because nothing changes until money moves. Your first goal isn't picking the perfect ETF. Your first goal is placing your first buy so the system starts. Start with any amount you can repeat monthly. When I started, I wanted the best thing. Bro, that mindset kept me researching and not investing. Your money doesn't grow in a Google tab. If you want this as a checklist, grab my free Money Master PDF below. It turns this into a system. Because first buy greater than perfect ETF is easy to forget. Don't skip the next move, verification, because it's what stops you from getting played. Part 2. Before you put R1 anywhere, you verify the platform. First, FSCA regulated entity search. Then, if it's a broker, you use the JSE tool to verify. Because in South Africa, scams don't wear scam written on their forehead. They look professional, have nice websites and testimonials. Real talk, the scam isn't always the platform name. It's where they tell you to send your money. Second check, never send money to a person's account or a broker on WhatsApp. Your deposit must go into an account in your name on the regulated platform. If they ask you to EFT into a random account to invest for you, that's a scam. Okay, now that you won't get robbed, let's kill the next killer, choosing too many ETFs. Beginners don't fail because they chose the wrong ETFs. They fail because they chose 10 and then did nothing. The fact is, you only need 2 to start. One growth ETF, broad and diversified. Then one stability ETF, income, cash or bond style. So you don't panic when market moves. The truth is, 2 ETFs done consistently will beat a smart portfolio that you never fund. If you need more than 2 ETFs to start, you are not investing, you are shopping. Practical example, if you can only invest R300 a month, you don't need 12 ETFs. You need one growth ETF and one stability ETF. So every month you know exactly what to do. If you want the full beginner investing roadmap after this, I'm popping it up here. Save it for later. Now, the part nobody brags about, but it decides your results: fees and rules. Part 3. Fees are that slow punch you don't feel. TER, platforms, admin fees or trading cost. Small percent, big damage over time. The fact is, fees reduce your return every single year, even if the market performs. Listen, you can't control the market returns, but you can control fees. So control what's controllable. Before you chase returns, kill the leaks. Fees are one guaranteed loss in investing because they hit you every single year. Every business wants revenue. Platforms make money from fees. Your job is not to be their best customer. Your job is to keep more of your own growth. And now, the trap that can literally find you: TFSA limit. TFSA has annual and lifetime caps set by SARS, and it applies to all providers combined, meaning you can't hide extra contributions by spreading accounts. As per SARS current limit, it's kept at 36,000 Rand per tax year and 500,000 Rand lifetime. Let me save you time. The penalties doesn't care that your intentions were good. SARS will still cook you if you don't track. For example, if you contribute 40,000 Rand in a year, that's 4,000 Rand in excess. That's 40% penalty equal 1,600 Rand. That's not investing, that's donating to SARS. Quick question: would you rather start TFSA because tax-free or taxable because no caps? Comment tax-free or no caps below. Alright, next is the difference between people who get results and people who tried investing once. Part 4. Autopilot is the cheat code. Set a monthly deposit right after payday. Then buy your ETFs on schedule. Because I will invest when I feel like it is how you stay a consumer forever. Life will always find a reason to eat that money. Don't need motivation, you need a system that moves money before you can waste it. Set autopay to fund the account as insurance, then you place the ETF buy. Funding protects the habit, buying builds the wealth. If you know one friend who keeps saying, I want to invest but I don't know how, share this video with them. Not spam, just help them stop getting played. Now let's talk about the thing that scares everyone: volatility. ETFs move up and down, that's normal. If you can't handle movement, you are not investing, you are looking for a fixed deposit. Match your ETF plan to your time horizon. Short-term money shouldn't be in volatile assets because you'll be forced to sell at the worst time. Real talk, the market doesn't ruin beginners, emotions do. Volatility is the entry fee for growth. If you can't hold it, don't buy it. If you need that money for rent next month, don't put it in ETFs. ETFs are for the money you are building into a future deposit, property pot money. Okay, so how do you know it's working without staring at the app every day? Track 3 things monthly: how much you contributed, what fees you paid, and whether you stayed consistent. The fact is, checking daily turns you into a nervous trader, and you are not here for stress. The goal isn't excitement. The goal is a boring system that quietly builds assets. Now let's do the maintenance. This is the part that keeps you from drifting off your plan. Part 5. Once or twice a year, check if your split drifted. 80-20 becomes 90-10 without you noticing. Rebalancing with contributions is easy mode because you are correcting the plan, not chasing the market. Real talk, rebalancing is how you stay disciplined when your emotions want to freestyle. Rebalancing isn't trading, it's maintenance. Like aligning your tires so your money doesn't drift off the plan. Now, the reason TFSA is powerful when used correctly. In a TFSA, income or returns aren't treated as contributions, and capital gains are disregarded for CGT purposes. So the growth is powerful when you play it clean. Taxes are a silent partner in your returns, and TFSA kicks that partner out. Now let's close the loop. Why are we doing all this? ETFs are systems for building capital consistently. The win isn't stock picking, it's habits, low fees, and staying invested. When you do this right, you are building a property pot. The truth is, the end game isn't returns. The end game is cheaper debt for assets and a bigger deposit, so you stop paying the poor tax in interest. Now, if you want the real end game, building property wealth, click my playlist, Secret to Property Wealth, on the end screen, because ETFs build the pot, property buys assets. And don't forget to comment, would you start with TFSA because tax-free or taxable because no caps? Comment tax-free or no caps. I will pin the best answers and correct the misunderstandings. Be a legacy builder.